Hi, I'm Diana. Today I want to talk about all of the mistakes I made when trying to determine my color season on my own. You can do this without professional help, but often you'll make mistakes. I'd like to tell you about my mistakes so that you don't make them. I've got to say, this is one of my favorite things to look into, is how colors affect people's faces. It's really amazing when you see someone draped with a warmer red and then a cooler red, and how that affects how their whole face appears, how their skin looks, how their eyes appear. So I really wanted to try to do this myself. Let me tell you about all the mistakes I made. Number one, I was absolutely ignoring my natural coloring. The first thing you are supposed to do when you are getting your color seasons determined by a professional is show up with no makeup on. And I just refused to do this. I said, why would I do that? At least I should have some skin makeup on. At least I should have a little bit of lipstick on because I don't go anywhere without lipstick. What was I doing? You have to do this with no makeup on. I keep saying over and over again that I have a dead lip color, and I really do. It's so pale pink. The reason it looks dead is because I was wearing the wrong colors. When I wear the right colors, my lip color's fine. So follow the suggestions and do not wear makeup when determining your color season. Number two, forgetting that your hair is dyed. Of course, I try to dye my hair to its natural color. And over the years, I've come to just think that this is my natural color because it works so well for me. But it's actually not. And when I let my hair grow out about half an inch to an inch, I can really see that my natural hair color is much more ashy than this. Number three, not considering seasonal changes. So as I was determining my color season, I wasn't really paying attention to whether it was winter or summer. And here in Southern California, I just accidentally get a tan every year just by existing. In the summer, I might read more warm. And in the winter, I'll read really cool. And it was really messing with my idea of what was looking correct. But that's why I suggest taking an entire year, because your skin color will change throughout the year. And maybe even your hair color might lighten. The fourth mistake I made was not realizing that there were divisions within each color season. You don't have to be just a winter, spring, summer, or fall. There are divisions within that make a big difference. I did not know that you could be in one particular division or that you could straddle seasons as well and be right on the cusp, which is what I feel that I am, and which is why this took me so long. But get to know the color seasons and the divisions within them as you are trying to determine your color season. The fifth mistake is assuming that colors that I didn't like wouldn't work on me. Now, I'm wearing this shirt on purpose because this is a color that I didn't like, and I thought that certainly won't work on me. Turns out it's right in my color season. It makes my eyes look green and clear. It makes my skin look great. And I had to learn how to style this color so that I didn't look like I was going to Easter brunch, because that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Easter eggs and jelly beans. So I had to learn how to style this color in a way that didn't look like Easter. And then I learned to really love it. So it's all about finding the colors that work on you and not judging them, and then learning how to style them in a way that you can enjoy. The sixth mistake. You ever have trouble saying the word sixth? I thought that finding the right colors for you just meant simply the colors that work on you. And I didn't really consider that beiges can lean warm or cool, whites can lean warm or cool, grays. I wasn't really thinking about whether colors were warm or cool, and understanding what those warm and cool versions of each color look like can really help you figure out what works on you. Number 7 mistake. I had this brilliant idea, guys. I filmed an entire video where I took you through the process of trying to figure out my color season. And I did this by choosing a celebrity that I thought I shared the most similar coloring with. It ended up at the end of the video that I was completely wrong, and I tossed the whole video. So I chose the wrong celebrity model. Even though people always said I looked like this celebrity, it turns out that she had a much warmer skin tone than me. She might have had olive skin and green eyes and brown hair, but we're different color seasons. And the only way I found that out is at the end of my video, I put her picture up next to my face, and I thought, I've gotten this all wrong. And even though I do suggest that you find your color season model amongst celebrities, because then you can just go copy their best looks and their best colors. It's really easy, but there's a chance you could get that wrong. So you need to be discerning about that. You need to ask your friends, put your pictures up next to each other, squint your eyes. Is your coloring really the same, or do you just hope that you look like Jennifer Garner? The eighth mistake is not having an open mind to what color season you might be. Once I determined that I was a something, I would look for examples of how I embodied that color. So I was looking for evidence that I was right, when really I should have just been examining the evidence with an open mind and truly finding out what I was without any judgment of the color season I would end up in. The ninth mistake kind of ties in with number 4. I didn't know that muted was part of my color profile. This is an important distinction. So I didn't know that muted or bright were part of the deal. I didn't know what they were. And it turns out that I'm in the muted part of the scale. I look best in colors that aren't super bright. They overpower my face. So when you put a color up against your face with no makeup on, that's called draping. And that's to see how the color reflects light onto your skin. What do you want to look for when draping certain colors? You're always looking for fresh looking skin, clear eyes, dark circles going away magically. The right colors might even naturally give your cheeks a rosy glow. Something I look for when I drape the perfect color for my skin tone, I appear as a person. Magically, there I am. I can really see a person there. It doesn't all blend together. I become very clearly in focus. You want to see your features clearly. And when you drape yourself with a certain color, do you just pop out and you see yourself clearly? That's what you're looking for. Things to watch out for are, do I become washed out? Do I become all one color? I watch out for if I disappear. Something I should have watched out for, something that should have clued me in to the fact that I am neutral and cool leaning, is that every time I would try on foundations in stores, they would be too yellow. I didn't realize that that was a clue that I was cool leaning. And if you find that foundations always appear too pink, you might be warmer. If you find that the colors are too bold and they are wearing you, you might be more of a muted color season. I suggest just getting a bunch of different colored clothing and draping yourself in natural sunlight with no makeup with a friend and getting some unbiased feedback as to what looks good on you. So here are some additional tips on how to get it right. Take your time. Don't rush the process. Take the whole year or longer. Trust your gut. You know what colors make your eyes and skin pop. You know when you are looking good. Trust your gut on those colors. Another tip is to not trust your gut and enlist a friend, because you might have some favorite colors that are not actually your best colors. And don't forget to just have fun. This shouldn't be a frustrating process. This should be a lot of fun. Experimentation and exploration are part of the process, and it should be a journey. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and don't jump to conclusions too fast. But if you do want fast answers, I suggest getting a professional color consultation. This can save you a lot of time and possibly money in the long run, because you won't spend money buying clothes that are the wrong color. If you insist on doing this yourself, like I do, at the very least, you should be watching some color analysis videos on YouTube. My favorite lady, Christine Skaiman, you can check out the link to her channel below. I love the way she talks about the way colors read on people. She talks about it in a way where it's more about how the essence of the person comes through, and I find it fascinating. It might feel that there are right and wrong answers, But you should also feel that you can wear whatever colors you truly love. Just find colors that make you feel confident and beautiful and learn how to style them. And just have lots of fun. I'll see you soon.